I'm going to talk about what you can do when you don't get along with other people.
They could kidnap you.
It's like a
and you're
random
very
thing.
kidnappable.
I don't want another dependent.
It's like face, they're really excited, and then it starts to fall. Make them be bridesmaids.
Yeah.
Have you been a bride?
You know how there are those moments when you're really trying to get along with someone and things are just not working? Because, people. Here, Ali uses all the ways that I'll be talking about to make those interactions much smoother. Alright people, if we want to get along with other people, then we have to understand human nature. And this is that we become one group when there's a common outside problem.
I never met this person before.
Yes.
They could kidnap you.
It's like a
and you're
random
very
thing.
kidnappable.
Yes.
But you could defend yourself.
But this is, because when we started was before.
It's kind of like, let's say you don't like your coworker, but both of you don't really like your boss. So when your boss is here, suddenly you guys get along much better. It's like magic. Well, kind of. Of course, this is only a surface relationship and a starting point to kind of bridge that relationship gap.
And I'm glad that your character doesn't get a man makeover, right?
Right?
Like, he is
I'm so glad you
the
brought
way
that up
he is.
too.
Right.
That is so true.
Right. I've seen way too many men.
But this doesn't always have to be bad problems. This can also be good ones like recycling or finishing a TV series together. It's about creating unity through that same shared experience. If you're like, man, I kind of like this video, you know what to do. The second way of getting along, it's kind of more natural, I guess. You're pretty much making them choose. Trust me, it's actually a lot less scary than it sounds. You do this by showing your standards really quickly for two reasons. The first is to filter.
You do, and I'm like a giant fan, and then I see you everywhere else. And
Oh my God, you're like stalking me.
No, but for real, congratulations on everything you've done. I mean,
you.
like,
Every time we show our preferences, like dogs, not like we are dogs, but like we like dogs. When we talk about topics like running, reading, people are drawn to us because of that. When we try to fake to like what other people likes, because we all love faking it, you end up feeling miserable. The second test is for mutual respect.
I know it's been a while. Can I interest you in a gecko for your children?
I don't want another dependent. Thank you.
You don't need it, no?
Yeah.
Well, how old are your kids now?
If you show a standard and then they deliberately try to break it, dude man, those guys gotta go. Because if for some reason you're forcing yourself to get along with awful people, there's a good chance that you're compromising your values. Alright, this next one is kind of about a little story time. Well, kind of. A lot of times people don't get along with each other because they don't understand each other's story.
There were so many interesting women behind the camera, and I just wanted to show my niece, like, this world has so many options for you, and it was so important.
All because you listen to someone, it doesn't mean you have to agree with everything. But sometimes it can take one small experience for two people to connect. So when you are talking, drop in little bits of stories or connections to see if you guys connect.
I don't put a lot of performance into it, and I talk in this sort of monotone voice, and then I can see people's face, they're really excited, and then it starts to fall. And they're like, oh my God.
Because the really good friendships that you want to have, you kind of agree on the core things, but then you are actually very different. But if the other side is just not putting in any effort, then the last way to get along with people is to let them talk more. This isn't like, oh, people like to talk, so we'll let them talk. This is something else.
I also didn't want to torture my friends and make them be bridesmaids.
Yeah.
Have you been a bridesmaid
that is cruel.
ever?
No, that's cruel. I was once a long, long time ago. I think it's mean to do that.
The more people talk about themselves, they show who they really are to you. You want to know if they're putting up a front and, not do like shady stuff, kind of that. And then, when people naturally show you what they are actually like, believe them.
I know. You're usually, this is the first time I've seen you not pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
But what happens if they want to be comedians? Would you want them to be comedians?
Would you want any of your...
Do they ask you questions, talk too much, weird habits? Do they actually respect you? Let them be themselves so you can decide if this friendship is actually worth it. I just thought it's weird that the tactic I'm recommending is doing nothing. But anyways, let me know your thoughts down in the comments and I might see you in the next video.